hello way up there. As you can see, I'm way down here. I thought that would be interesting, and it's such a nice day out. I thought I would do this story of Tale of Sheepy Weepy Wimpy Wompy, now called me from outside on the back porch. And you may hear some lawnmowers in the background, but I hope you do remember where we left off. The moose, the cousin of the grand cow, had come fast to find the folks like Dr. Farquhar, Ferris Wheel Friendly, and the Grumpytump, and the Ribbit, who had gone off to find the people of the Fancy Pants to bring them home to break the trance that was making everybody speak in rhyme. And the moose was desperate because things were going really strange and people were no longer talking to each other. And they were hurrying back to Sheepy Weepy Wimpy Wompy as fast as they could go. They were crossing rivers, jumping over them with the help of the moose, and who had some of them on his back, and the Grumpytump was carrying the rabbit, and they were just going at maybe quite not super speed, but fast. At any rate, all of a sudden, as they got closer and closer to Sheepy Weepy Wimpy Wompy, they had another surprise, because another rabbit came running as fast as he could and said, "Help! Help!" And he said, Grumpytump said, "I thought they were talking to each other." "No, it doesn't matter. It's a sadder, it's going to be a sadder story. Maury, help us. We don't know what rhymes with us, but maybe we could find a bus." "He's still talking in rhyme," Grumpytump said. And of course, Dr. Farquhar, Ferris Wheel Friendly, and Wiggle Smiley, or Smiley Wiggle, they had broken the trance way back when they met the people of the Fancy Pants, so they were okay not to speak in rhyme, but they did say, "Now, what's wrong? What's the matter now?" And the rabbit said, "Oh dear, the grand cow, oh my, oh wow, it's a disaster. It's a, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's going to be a terrible thing at the core of Sheepy Weepy. Help us, please. We might have to sneeze." "What on earth are you rhyming about?" they said. And the people of the Fancy Pants said, "Give us a second." And they danced around the ribbit, and they broke the trance. And then the rabbit could actually speak without breaking into rhyme and said, "The grand cow, the whole thing, the whole mess, it must have accelerated things. It sped them up faster than a ribbit. She's gone into labor. She's going to have a twins. She's going to have a twins. The grand cow, she's going to have a twins. She's going to have a twins." "What are you talking about? She's gone into labor now. You must get back, Dr. Farquhar. You must get back to help her."
"Oh my," the Grumpytump groaned. "We've got to go faster again."
And the moose, of course, the grand cow's cousin, was just desperately wanting to help, so he said, "We've got to go." And they took off at super speed as fast as they could. And Farquhar, Ferris Wheel Friendly, and Smiley Wiggy could barely hang on for dear life because the moose was running now so fast. And the rabbit was now running with the other rabbit, and the Grumpytump was just trying to keep up because, he's very big and large, and he's kind of Humpty Dumpty, and it takes him a while to get going, but he was doing his best. And they finally crossed the border into Sheepy Weepy Wimpy Wompy, now called Meh, and they saw the grand cow's house. They got there as fast as they could because they could hear the moans and the groans, and Dr. Farquhar said, "Quickly, we must get her to my office where we can do things properly." So they got the grand cow, and they put her on her cousin the moose, and they ran along beside the moose, and the grand cow was in a lot of pain, because that's what happens when you're having a baby. And they got her to Dr. Farquhar's office, and he said, "Oh dear, I hope we can do this really well, because it looks like we may have some complications here. We must be careful." And he kicked them all out of the operating room, which made them all worry, but he said, "I need privacy now. Moose, you can stay if you can fit, because you're her cousin," but the moose could only get his nose through the door because his antlers kept getting in the way. At any rate, that's how things progressed. So the people of the Fancy Pants said, "Well, you know what we'll do? We will go and we'll get all the town people together at the meeting hall, the town hall, and then we'll do our dance and break the trance, and then people will not only stop speaking in rhyme, but they'll actually talk to each other, and I'm sure they'll be very excited to hear the news once you deliver the babies, once you deliver the twins." And they said, "That's a great idea." So the people of the Fancy Pants ran over to the town hall and used the microphone that blast the sound through all the town of Meh. And they got a hold of the town crier, heard it, so he also started running around crying out, because, he's a porcupine, I think, and crying out the news to all people to gather at the town hall where the rhyming crisis could be solved, where the not talking to each other crisis could be solved, but they didn't say anything yet about the grand cow because they wanted to keep it a surprise for the people who didn't know. And so we'll have to find out next week what happens with the grand cow and her twins. I wonder if it's 2 boys or a boy and a girl or 2 girls. Who knows? We'll find out next week. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, and think about Sheepy Weepy Wimpy Wompy, the now called Matt, is slowly, perhaps, returning to normal. Yes, good.